Are you listening? Damn.
God. Hi Simba. Are you recording?
Why are you recording?
I don't know. I wanted to post a video today, but I have to wait a Milo, so I kind of want to post something, you know, because they done saying 2 weeks was my last video, so I need one for this week, so I need to give them something, you know, because the vlog is pretty much done. Simba, why you trying to? Anyway, I wonder if they could hear him biting that.
Talk about the stuff you've been learning.
I mean, I've been learning a lot of things. About what in particular?
Gardening.
Oh, gardening. Oh, God, not that. I mean, I have to talk about that in my farm video. Talk about my failures and my successes. You know? Yeah, so we can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. Yeah, but stuff happening. Stuff ain't work. Like some crops just ain't work at all. Why am I watching myself? Some crops just don't work at all. I need to clean that mirror. Some crops just don't work at all. Yes, I know you told me I need to clean the mirror. Some crops just don't work at all. This whole thing's so shaky. I can't even think about that. Yeah.
Horizontal bed.
Yeah. What are they talking about again? Some crops
Didn't work.
just didn't work. And some worked effortlessly. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
Talk about your plans.
Nah, I want to tell them.
Trying to legitimatize stuff.
I want to tell them about that. That's personal stuff. They don't get all the personal stuff. You know? They get some, not all. Yeah.
Tell them about.
Well, you see the problem with that, right? Is that remember we just talked about. Yeah, I can't expect this if I do this, okay? Cause whoop one time, yeep beep 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 beep. Oh,
About.
how beautiful you are.
Into photo moving. Talk about how you want to get back into photo manipulation.
Should I show them? Should I show them what I did for you? At least one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do the one with the wolf. Cause I love that one. Cause she's like sitting there with like her head tilted, and then like this giant wolf behind her. Like what? What you going to do? Can't do anything. You can't do anything, yo. Cause you see, they look at her and they be like, oh, she's so short and so small. But instead, she's a wolf. A vicious, dangerous wolf, you know, you can't mess with her like that, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever shown YouTube this side of me, you know? But yeah, dangerous, deadly, vicious, strong, powerful, untouchable. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that one. I need to do more of those though. I might do a video of me actually doing it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But then when people who are actually looking for photo manipulation come and see mine, after seeing all the excellent ones, they're gonna be like,
To be encouraging.
what is...
They know that there's a process.
Well, there is a process, there is growth, you know, little by little. You can learn little bit of things here and there. But growth is funny, right? Because like with photography, like when you just start, like growth is like whoop, one time. It's just like, you just shoot up, you know? Like you learn shutter speed, ISO, aperture, you learn how to, what each thing means, you know? You want blurry background, you see like, oh, you do this, you get blurry background. You want fire photography at night looking really cool, and then you be like, oh, that's how you do it, and boom boom, and you just get everything. But then when you get to a certain point, it's like it takes a lot to learn a little. For example, when you dive into light, as in lighting, like proper lighting. Oh God, Simba, don't press anything. Always walking over the keyboard. So like when you get into like proper lighting, I'm so sorry about this shaking, it's an experiment. But like when you get into like proper lighting, I really take a long time to make a point, you know, because I'm so easily distracted. Do I have ADHD? Is that ADHD? And I don't forget what I was talking about. Oh, lighting. Right. So now you have to understand, like you have to create shadows. And then sometimes to create shadows, you need like 6 different lights to create like this one little shadow. And you have to figure that out. You know? So like, how do I create this shadow? And it takes so much work to learn to create that shadow. And that's usually how it
And
works.
growth in general, really.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Because I feel like whenever you learn something new, like whenever, for example, me with my ego, when I realized just how dangerous my ego was, that was like a big jump, right? So like the growth there with me fighting my ego, there was a huge jump. I mean, I did get some help, but we'll talk about that probably in a few years. We're not. You see that? Do you see this topic right here that I want to dive into? Let me say it that time. We have to talk about some stuff, but not yet. And I feel like I might shock you all. And you think people might unsubscribe? I doubt.
No.
Okay, but there's something we need to talk about. Something that helps me fight the ego, or at least get it to a point where it's somewhat-ish tame. Somewhat, like it's still a problem, you know, but we're working on it. We're working on it. I'm also working on my vindictive nature, but we're not diving into that yet. You know what I could have done?
I don't even know why you're not diving into it. You don't even have no content plan.
Okay, you're right. But wasn't I talking about something before? Oh, we talked about growth and how and like. So okay, so when I got to the point where I realized how dangerous my ego was, and I fought it and fought it and fought it to the point where it's somewhat manageable. Now, just a little bit of change in my ego takes so much work. Because, you know, first you have to identify it, and then you identify it and you realize that, like, yo, this, honestly, my ego helped me a lot in my life, but it also made me really miserable in a lot of situations. I prefer not having something that's negative. But anyway, what was I talking about?
Growth.
Yeah, so like you identify the ego, you identify the problem, but some of these things are just so deeply ingrained in you because it's like years of doing this thing, so it's really difficult to cut it, you know? It's difficult to get rid of it, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I mean. So like growth, it's like cameras. Cameras are another example of like life. Now this is a 77D, right? It's like a baby 80D. Okay, I probably don't even know or don't even care. But anyway, the higher the quality, like okay, you could buy a camera for say 300 US, 500 US, 800 US, 1000 US, right? The jump between those could be really high. The jump in quality or like specs in those could be really high. But then when you start diving into the more expensive cameras, so like you could buy a camera for like 1500, you'd be like, okay, this is a good camera, it's a very good camera. But then if you want a camera with just a little bit more, you gotta spend like twice as much. And then you want a camera that's just like a little bit better, and then you have to spend like a lot more. Oh my goodness, Simba, you gonna kill yourself one day now? And I spend like a lot more. And growth is like that. Like the more you grow, the harder it is for the smaller things to change, you know? About the vindictive thing, since you think I should dive into it, how much time? 9 minutes? I think I have 17 minutes on the card. My vindictive nature. Okay, you know, everybody has like that one really negative thing about themselves that they feel like they're just stuck with. Like some people aren't patient. I know this one guy, very, very nice guy, very giving, very loving. Like, you know the expression, he'll give you the clothes off of his back. That is him. But he just has no patience. Like none. Like he will get angry if he has to wait for you for 2 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. If he has to wait for you for 2 minutes, he is getting angry. But he's such a nice guy. He just has that flaw, and being vindictive is mine. Like, it feels good just thinking about getting revenge. Like, it feels a little too good.
Maybe it's not even about revenge. As long as people are suffering and you feel like they have the right to suffer, you're happy.
That's it. Like, because people are suffering and you like you want them to suffer, and you look at us, you're like, yeah, look at you suffer, I love it. I I don't want that for me. Like, I don't want to live on a standard where where I am okay with people's lives being destroyed because I feel like they deserve it. Like, I do not want to live on that standard. So I fight it. And I'm a firm believer that everything could go away. But 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 this is hard. This one is hard. Like, this is so hard.
Because you're a meanie.
Huh?
Because you're a meanie.
Cause I'm a meanie.
It's not. It's not. It's because your heart's too good. That's the problem. Like, I think
I
your
don't think my heart
problem
is
is
good.
that. I think the problem is that this world doesn't allow you to see justice. Justice happens, but it's not for you, right? So you don't get to see it. And because you don't get to see it, like, you feel as though like the wrong that you have witnessed or experienced has gone unpunished. Like, you feel like it's unfair, and so you want justice. But I think you need to let go of that. Like, justice isn't yours. Like, remember that thing about you that you were talking about not caring?
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't let justice matter to you, but don't let the meting out of justice be more important to you than the person learning a lesson. That's what I had to do.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, justice, and I realized also that learning the lesson doesn't have to mean that they suffer. They don't have to be in. So for some people need to suffer to learn lessons. Some people don't. And the person that you want to suffer might not need to suffer to learn their lesson, and you have to be okay with that. As long as the lesson is learned, that is what is important, because it means that they're not going to do it again. But suffering just means that they're suffering. It doesn't guarantee that they're not going to do it again.
That's
And then
true.
I had to realize that them learning the lesson was more important than them suffering.
That's a very selfless way of thinking. 'Cause, man, you usually want some people to suffer, yo. But at the same
I get
time,
that completely.
it's not like I'm perfect though, because I mean, I have done wrong things. I have hurt people, so maybe I deserve to suffer too. You know? So,
Maybe you
like,
are.
well, maybe I am what, suffering?
Yeah.
This is this.
That's the thing. Like, suffering does not have to match your definition of the word suffering. Suffering equals whatever it is needed for you to learn the lesson.
I'm not going to want to get to the point of suffering to learn a lesson though. Like,
No, but sometimes you might have to.
not true. Well, yeah, I did go through
Because
some
you
serious
remember,
suffering too. Yeah, that's
exactly.
true. Yeah, I went through some serious suffering to learn.
And
I,
you
oh, okay.
can't deny that some stuff tried to teach you that lesson before.
Yes, and I didn't listen.
Exactly.
So it had to be the hard way for me to learn.
Suffering only happens when it has to.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Your mind is so beautiful. Anyway, we have 17 minutes. We've been here for 15 minutes and 38 seconds. I'm cutting a lot of this, so hopefully it's like, I was gonna say 7, but that might be unrealistic.
I hope you make it to 10. I hope you make it to 10 so we get the ads.
Oh, yeah. Do people? You know the funny thing is, I don't think
I watch that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not like if you want to skip the ads, honestly, you don't owe me anything. Like, I'm choosing to give you content. If you want to choose to support me, that's up to you. If not, that's up to you. Like, if you have ad block on and watch my videos, fine. Like, it's your choice. Life has gotten better for me when I accepted that people don't necessarily owe me anything. And I don't want to get into this topic because we have a minute left. But anyway, but those of you who support me, I appreciate it. Some of you are vocal, some of you are not, some of you comment, some of you don't. Like, I meet people in town. Like today, some random this random girl was like, Ricky is Ricky. I feel like Ricky is Ricky could be either my photography or my YouTube, but I don't know. But anyway, it's almost to 17 minutes, so I am done. But I have an idea for another video, so I'm gonna try it now and see if it works. Yeah, that look like it could work. That could work. Yeah? Was it focused? Should focus on me, I think. Let's see. Oh, so now I could. Oh. Yeah. Next time. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
You still didn't clean the mirror.
Don't worry, they won't notice. They won't even notice.